Good morning. It's Friday morning. Having a cup of Joe. What a start to the morning. So, today's a day off school for the kids here, for whatever reason. And my daughter's going to have a sleepover at her friend's, so the wife on her way to work, is going to drop her off. And the wife's driving the, this little Plymouth Scamp we have, the Slant 6. Anyway, she's off to work, so off they go. 20 minutes later, I get a phone call. The car is smoking. I said, what do you mean smoking? She goes, I think it's coming from the rad. I said, shut it off. And, I was going to explain, well, let's put it this way. I had to learn her the difference between smoke and steam, you understand? Anyway, so I grab a gallon and a half of antifreeze I had on the shelf, throw it in the truck, off I go. Get to where she is. The hood's up. She's leaning against the car with a mug of coffee. I guess her daughter's friend's parents made her a cup of coffee while she was waiting. Anyway, get her to fire it up. By this time it had cooled down. Got the rad cap off, no problem. Dumped the jug and a half in. Still wasn't full, but nothing was leaking. So it must have been low for a while. Anyway, so I said, follow me back to the gas station, service station. We'll top this thing up with antifreeze and you'll be good to go. So she said, okay, I got to return the mug. So she boots it across the street. On her way back, she trips on a storm sewer grate and does a lip stand in the middle of the road. So she's limping and oohing and on. And off we go to the gas station. Grab a jug of antifreeze. $30. $30. Unbelievable. Anyway, top it up, put the cap on, check it for leaks. There's nothing leaking. Okay, off you go. And by this time, whenever I got to do stuff like this, I get grumpy, right? So I'm on the way back home, and I started laughing at myself, thinking, what are you grumpy about? Look at the start to her day. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to finish up the metalwork on the cab today, and I want to get this thing sprayed in epoxy and back on the frame. That's the goal. And so yeah, let's just get to it. Okay, so all the welding, grinding, and everything else is done in this thing. Yeah, looks good. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to kind of turn this around and get after the firewall. Jesus, I used enough tools. There's enough tools here to build a space shuttle. Unbelievable for one little corner. But anyway, yeah, so it's good to go. Quite pleased. I think it looks super clean. So yeah, I'll get back on the firewall and show you what's happening after I get done with that. Okay, so the vertical part of the firewall is completed. All the holes are filled. 54 of them on that section alone. The ones down here, I'm going to worry about that when I clearance out for my transmission. Let's see what I got here. So we'll get those at the same time as we do the transmission. So yeah, 54 holes. I thought I had them done several times, and then I'd take a look and there's another 2 or there's another 3. Just it never seemed to end. But I left a couple holes, of course. That's for your blower motor. These are the studs that hold the blower motor in place. They're bolted on here. Your 2 hoses for your heater. And this one up here, this is a drain for the cowl vent up here. It's a good idea because I know on the Fords, this was a problem. They'd always rust out on the inside because water just sat there. This one's got a drain, so that makes perfect sense to me. So that's functional, and we're keeping the cowl vent functional, so we're going to keep that hole. And these 4 studs here, these hold on the lever and stuff to open and close the cowl vent. So yeah, it's very clean looking. Looks good. I like it. So now I'm ready to move on to down here. Move the welder a little bit. There we go. And down here, we got a little rust spot right there. So I'm going to cut out maybe, up to about here somewhere. And I've got a patch panel for that. And while I have this off, it'll give me a chance to spray all the inside with some rust converter. get it sealed up on the inside. And also there's an access hole back here, right here, for where your blower motor heater draws air from. So you can spray inside here as well with the rust converter and seal it all up. So yeah, and we should be golden there. And once I get that done, you know, clean up a little bit of leftover paint that's on this thing here and there, and little detail stuff, a couple little dents to pull out in the back, and we're ready to prime this thing. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on trucking, pardon the pun, and I'm going to start cutting down there. Okay, so I got my piece fitted and tacked in place. I've got a little bit of mucking about to do with the cutting down here and fitting. So I'm going to get that done and get this burnt in and cleaned up. And then, yeah, we'll carry on. I'll probably tackle those dents at the back of the cab. And, yeah, we'll go from there. So, moving right along. Okay, and there it is, all cleaned up and burned in. So, you know, after tackling that massive fiasco on the other side, this seemed like a pretty nothing repair. It went pretty slick. So yeah, so that's done, and I guess I'm going to go to the back here. I marked a few spots with tape where there were dents, you know, and I'm going to pull these out now, and yeah, we're pretty much done with the metal work on this thing. So, yeah, I'll set up the camera, and we'll yank these dents out of here. You want to play rough? Okay. Say hello to my little friend. Couple more. So put one in the middle. And one on the outside. We got it. Yeah. Beauty. Beauty. It's one. Got to be good bare metal for it to stick. The metal's not clean, the pins won't stick with the dam. Beauty. Okay, one up there. I think one on each of these little dents will probably do it. Yeah, comes right out. And we'll see if that's clean enough. See what I mean? Too dirty. Gotta be clean, clean. Jesus, it's deep. If I pull the area around it, bring it up a bit. Yeah, it's better. One more should do it. Okay. Just got to clean up my pins now and call it done. And there we go. So there you go, cleaned up the pins, and yeah, those dents have virtually disappeared. So all that took about 12 minutes to fix all 4 dents. So yeah, the metal work on this thing is done finally. So I can get this thing back on the frame, so that'll be the next video. Actually, I might even get a shot of epoxy primer on it, then put it on the frame. So that'll be in the next video. And yeah, man, I'm glad this metal stuff is done. There was a lot there, man. But the donor cab still saved, I don't know, hundreds of hours. So yeah, we're good to carry on now. So there you go. The 51 cab is, I'm crooked here. Let me straighten this out. There we go. Anyway, 51 cab metal work, all done. So yeah, that's a big chunk out of the way. So basically, I've got all the metal work done from the back of the cab forward. Get that thing sprayed with epoxy, get it on the frame, hang the doors, see if they fit. They should, if I measured right, but we'll see. And yeah, we'll carry on from there. Yeah, the little Mopar there with overheating problem, it's more than just below an antifreeze, it's a water pump. So I ordered a new one from Rock Auto, and again, cheap for the part, 25 bucks for a water pump, but 40 bucks to ship it. Even so, at 65 bucks, it's still half the price of what I'd have to pay here locally. So it should be here next week. We'll get that in, but that's just maintenance. So it's a 51-year-old car, so you got to expect these things, right? What else? Yeah, that's about it, really. I think I'm going to, once I get the transmission clearanced and figured out, I'm going to get back on the chassis. I want to get the fuel tank done and a few other things. So yeah, and I'm going to take a break from the body work for just a little bit. It's been getting, I've been going at it pretty steady for a few weeks now. So time to take a break from it and do some more mechanical type stuff, and at least for a little bit. I've got the box and rear fenders to do. The box isn't too bad. Rear fenders is, yeah, there's some work there. They're a little tough. What else? The running boards, I've got a pretty decent set for this truck, and tailgate, we're just going to order a brand new one. So they're pretty reasonable priced as far as I can tell. Of course, to ship them here might be $10 gazillion. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, good bunch of subscribers again. Thank you very much. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe, like the channel, and don't forget to leave comments down below. I enjoy the comments, and I always respond to them. And if you don't do anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.